Oh, mate, I'm all right. I'm all right. A little bit under the weather, purely because I had my second jab today. So I now I'm in 2 weeks' time. Apparently, I'm Superman and immortal.
Oh, marvelous! That is good news. That is good news. Good to get that one out of the way.
Yes, definitely. So yeah.
I didn't think you were old enough to need jabs.
Yeah, they said I definitely am after looking at the color of my hair.
Yes, exactly. I thought you just had highlights.
Yeah, yeah. I just went for that silver fox highlight thing. I heard it's fashionable these days.
It works. It definitely works. Definitely doing a Clooney. So,
Yeah.
well, anyway, good evening, Mr. Martin. Thank you for joining us. Cheers. If you're feeling a bit rough, you've probably not got a drink.
I actually don't know. I might go and grab an orange juice in a minute, but no alcohol for me.
I think you should do. On a very quick note, we've had ever helpful Paul Kelsall down at the track today. We're doing quite a lot of work, and he actually bought you some beers. But in your absence, I've nicked them. So the Desperado is supposed to be for yourself to try help the servo failure pain away. But I must say that they definitely.
But you've had them.
Yes, exactly. I'll get you some more. I'll buy you some more.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Although if we could exchange it for my new favorite drink.
Oh yes, toffee apple brothers toffee apple. We could do that.
Yes, and that would make me a very happy man.
I'm definitely partial to a Desperado or two. If I'm going to have a beer, then it's either a Peroni or a Desperado. So. All has worked out well. So, how has your Monday been, other than having a second jab and consoling yourself on another failure at the National? Has it been okay?
Yeah, it's been all right, mate. It's I've had a big reset today. I redone my shed because with all of the races we've done like back to back to back. I mean, as you know, it can get messy when you're just wrenching on stuff all over the place. So I had a big reset, get everything out of the car and started cleaning it all from the weekend, and soon I'll be putting a new servo in it. So yeah,
what a nightmare. Well, we'll get to the National and all of the fun fairs and stuff in due course, no doubt. We haven't got a beer review because you've not got a beer to review, and there's no point reviewing a Desperado because they're just awesome. So I think are we live? Have we got peeps online?
We are live. We're definitely live. Hold on, I just got to shut my door because I'm making too much noise.
Good Lord.
It's because I've got the headphones in, so we can't actually tell how loud you're speaking.
Well, yeah, they're good things to have. They should come with every.
They're probably making a slight delay between it as well, which is where I think our delay might be. Let me put them away. I thought I was cool, but I'm not. How's that?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Better. Let's do some Leroy shout-outs from the side, from anyone that's watching anyway.
Let's do that. And TQ today was, Kev Brunsden. He says hi from Elysium. Kev. So
hello.
Howdy, Mr. TQ man.
TQ man, yes. And race 11 winner as well, because we didn't, completely my fault, didn't get to do a live last Monday. So we didn't get to cover the race 11 that we had our first of our Saturday series that we were trying to do at Nemo Raceway. So congratulations, Kev, on winning that one. And congratulations on TQ and being online first.
There you go. Maybe we'll talk about that race first because we do need to review it. So, yes, and then Davey Rolls, normally our TQ man, has to settle for second spot today. But with an average of first and seconds, he is clearly overall TQ for the time being.
Champion.
Andy B is online. Good evening from the COVID Beaumont house. Oh.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Hope you're okay, Andy, and family.
I hope you are too, and I'm loving the look of the new Blackpool layout. I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to get up there. It looks wicked.
Sveners is online. Our man Sveners apparently looks like Terminator, although we couldn't see it.
No, we couldn't see it. We couldn't. But good evening, Mr. Svensson, and I can see that comment. You're very welcome.
There you go, Lukey Boy. Lukey Boy's online. We missed him this weekend, Lukey Boy.
We did. Hopefully, he will be back with us this weekend. Again, we'll get to it a bit later in the show, but we've got our first national at Nemo Raceway this weekend.
Yes, we do. Sarah Campbell, she's online. Evening, everyone, from Sarah and Craig.
Good evening, Sarah. Nice to see you passing at the wash station or burger van, one of the two. I can't remember what it was, but I hope you had a good national.
Andy B. Liz, full on positive, hence missing the Nats at Brookthorpe this weekend. 5 days in bed now. He's running out of undercrackers.
Oof, don't worry. Inside, outside, upside down.
There we go, inside out. Chris James online, evening from CJ and Malaiki. Apologies, having not been round much, and no problem, mate. I understand, and I know, and I hope everything is going as well as it can be.
Good to see you online.
Pixel Forge, your man, Mr. Desperado himself. Good evening, all. Good to see you today, John and Rumble. To quote your question.
All your help. It was absolutely a opportune day to have some extra hands today. We were doing loads of manual work at the track, so thank you very much for that.
There you go. And he says, I have a Desperado on me if John hasn't polished them off.
This is currently the last one that's been consumed.
Sorry, Paul, but you kind of knew that was going to happen. Rory RC Tooley says, hey, guys.
Hello, buddy. How are we doing? Long time no see.
Homeboy RC is online. Says, evening, chaps. I feel your pain, Lee. Had second one myself last week. Yep. Dead arm gang, innit? Dead arm gang.
That's it. It's like being back at school.
It is. Yo-Yo is online. He says, yo, bro.
Another selfless man came to the Brookthorpe National and spent a lot of time helping Leon and anybody else who wanted some help. So awesome team spirit from Yo-Yo. Thank you very much, buddy. Very cool.
He is a legend. Helped me Marshall as well. So thank you very much. Yep. Claire is online. Cakes by Claire. Good evening, lads, from the Amazon warehouse. Look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday with my cakes.
And we look forward to it already for National.
We do. Ben Johnson is online. Hi, all here drinking chocolate fudge milkshake. And it's worse than alcohol for me. I think it makes him poo.
Oof.
It might not. I've got a little like fart symbol, a slap face, and a brain exploding.
Well, blimey. Well, let's hope he doesn't have too many of those symptoms, because that sounds like you probably shouldn't be drinking it.
Yeah, I'd stick to the alcohol. Tim Simpson says, evening chaps, love the weekend at Brookthorpe, great track and good company.
Yep, likewise, always good, always good. Sorry for the car breaking in the final for Ben, but he was flying and looking really good. So, well done.
Yeah, man. Chris Marshall, he's online. Says, evening guys, I wish someone could take my pain away. Do you know what happened to Chris?
I do not. What happened to Chris?
So Chris went out to fetch said stricken car, and on his way back to the pit lane, he checked to see if anyone was coming down the straight. They were not. Unfortunately, though, he didn't check someone coming out the pit lane. It gave him a good whack and possibly broke a bone in his foot.
Oh, ow. That's not good.
Not good at all. So, Chris, let us know if you went to the hospital or whatever. And, yeah, we can just know then because we're nosy.
Get well soon.
Peter Kelly's online. Evening all.
Good evening.
Paul Markham. Evening, guys.
Hello, sir.
Lyndon, he's online. He's probably with Jane. He says, hi all. Hope all is well.
Yep, all good. And Don was doing an awesome stand-in flag bearer job at the National. I think to give Chris Lovell a bit of a break. He'd been doing pretty much everything that I could see to do with the track on his own. So top work, the Don.
Yeah, I saw him that. He even did our semi-final and stuff, and I was like, the Don is out on track. I'm loving it. So yeah, thank you very much.
Even though the referee was giving him stick in his final.
Oh, mate. Yeah, well, you know, if you haven't been moaned at, then you haven't really lived.
Exactly.
Homeboy RC, I'm missing this race in Lark, so come back and do it.
Exactly. This weekend could be a good opportunity, Homeboy. Get yourself booked into the National. I'm sure there's some spaces left.
If he has, does he got a truggy?
I don't know, but if he hasn't, he should have one. We need to make that happen.
Just put truggy wheels on it. That's what all the cool kids do now.
Yes, exactly. Who needs a truck?
Yeah. Lyndon says, big shout out to Michael, Tim, and John for the support. This National really helped me manage the pain.
Always welcome. Probably Don had one of the worst Marshall points going on the track, so we had a bit of a swap round to make sure he wasn't doing too much.
Good lads. I didn't know, otherwise I would have helped out too. Mr. Williams, Paul Williams online. Evening, guys. Hope everyone is well.
Yeah, buddy, good racing at the weekend, mate.
GW Racing is online. Good evening, guys.
GW. We haven't seen GW for a while now.
We haven't. And Chris Marshall says, yep, 6 weeks off with a broken navicular bone. I probably didn't say that right because I'm far from medically educated, in his foot.
I don't know. It sounded pretty good to me, and I'm sorry to hear that. And get well soon. That sounds painful.
Yeah, not good, not good. Normandy Matthew says bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Ben Johnson says he's booked in for the weekend, and I'm all caught up.
Awesome. Well done. Good shout out and good news, Mr. Johnson. Looking forward to seeing you. I think that's going to be your first truck national. I presume we're doing truck, not e-buggy. And I'm sure you're going to have lots of fun.
Yeah. And we are.
So,
I guess Don's not coming. He hasn't got a truck or an e-buggy, is he?
Yes, he has. He's got a truck, and Don is booked in.
Legend.
We've got some first timers on the e-buggy and truck national from our team anyway for this weekend, which is pretty cool. I actually haven't seen. I don't know whether anybody has the entry lists and how they're looking for the race, but hopefully it's going to be a really good round with lots of fun. We were scheduled to be the last one, but obviously we've now got the Kent rerun that comes after us that had to be cancelled due to the weather. Hopefully we won't have bad weather this weekend and we can have a good race up. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, it's going to be fun. And Don, let me know if you caravan in because I will bring some buds.
Look at that. And some Desperados.
And Desperados. But John will drink them.
And some brother beers or ciders, whatever they are. But yeah, also all good. So let's move on to some race reviews. Let's do race 11, shall we, from Nemo, from not this weekend, but the one before?
Yeah, man, let's do it. I wasn't there, so you're going to have to review it.
Unfortunately so. You were busy doing Zoom stuff with a 1/10 at Westmill, which you can give us a rundown on as well if you fancy it after this one. But we had our first of the Saturday series races that we're trying to do just to see, if that works out for everybody. And see, because the calendar has been so full, there really are not very many, if any, Sunday dates left to do any club races. So we thought we'd try one on the Saturday, see how it went. Quite small numbers for us, but it was really good. It meant that we managed to get lots of racing and it was really good. Some different people coming along as well. The Craddocks came for the first time to a race for us, which was awesome to see, along with a few other new people as well. And it was a great race. It rained in the A final, which made it pretty sketchy for the last, I don't know what it was, probably 4 or 5 minutes. As we all know, oil tracks and rain don't particularly mix massively well. But it was great fun. And, Kev had a great battle for the win, as you know, Leroy, with Tiana's other half. So, pretty cool to see. Just got it, I think, on the last corner on the last lap to take the win.
Was it the last corner?
Yeah, it was the last corner. Yeah.
Awesome.
It was awesome. I think, it was the last corner. So, cool. I was trying to watch it and still racing it myself as well. But good time was had by all. I think it was a success as far as we were concerned. I think we'll definitely try and keep up with that format and do ours on the Saturdays and see how that goes for everybody. It just makes it a bit easier if you fancy coming to have a go at us. If you haven't, been to us so far and you've committed to other Sunday series races, maybe at Westmill or any of the other good clubs, then maybe the Saturday means that you can come and try us too. So I think we should keep up with it, Leroy. I think it was a good success, I think, from my point of view.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing one. It's the first race I've missed.
Yeah, it is. It was weird not to have you there, actually, to be fair. But it definitely had a slightly different vibe. It was really fun. Just being a little bit more relaxed, not such big numbers. It meant that we could have a break at the end of each round, which was quite nice, and go and have a chat with everybody. And I thoroughly enjoyed it from my perspective. I obviously was doing the flagging and doing the races as well, but also had a go myself. It's really good. So definitely need to be there for the next one.
Wicked. Yep. Sounds good. I did the 1/10 scale Schumacher, the Zoom series, which went all right. Didn't have the results I wanted, of course. I managed to TQ 2-wheel drive. My car was very, very good. It's probably even better in the rain. But the thing with a Hearts track is, if the rain stops, it dries in minutes, which makes it very difficult when you're having a day full of showers. So if you're in because they spread, obviously, the fastest guys, shall we say, they spread everyone in 2 heat blocks rather than 3, which is our normal national. But literally the space of 2 minutes, it could sprinkle or rain, and you'd be 5 seconds elapsed lower than the heat coming before you or after you. So yeah, it was mad. Especially in full drive, we only really got 2 runs in heat. We were heat 8, I think. So heat 8 compared to heat 7, only got 2 dry runs, and heat 7 basically got 4. So it was mad. But you know, it is what it is, and we still did all right. TQ2 drive finished second after a few crashes in the finals, and then full drive was arguably the fastest, but just couldn't keep our rubber side down when it needed to be. So congrats to the winners. Tommy Hall won teal drive, and Josh Holdsworth did a really good job in winning full drive. He was clean and consistent, and you know, that's how you win races. So
got the job done. Yeah, exactly. Well, that sounds like you had a pretty bonny time anyway, all things considered.
Yeah, and to be honest, it was great because my kids raced again.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they raced the teal drive, you know, meeting. And had a really good time, and then they because the numbers were slightly lower full drive, they put on a teal drive heat, basically for the kids, and even in the finals, Liz and Michelle Little got involved and also raced, so it was like really good fun, and all the kids won medals again, which you know makes them super enthusiastic about going back, and fair play to Schumacher, you know, they're giving out prizes, and they do a really cool raffle system, which I think we should adopt one day.
Okay.
They have prizes, and then every race then has a number pulled out. So your A, your B, your C, your D, whatever. Then they pull out a number, and then the number 6 in the D final wins a prize.
Right.
So
okay.
A really nice spread, you know, thing. You know, you don't pay for a ticket; it's all included.
Right.
And yeah, it's very nice. And then obviously the kids final gets pulled, and all the kids are like super excited. And then my boys cleaned up one of the days, so it was good. They won some lipo cases and stuff like that. They got a bat box, John.
Oh, well, we need that at the track, so we need to confiscate that from them.
Yes.
Next time
exactly.
Max charging, we'll make sure it's in a bat box so it doesn't try and set me on fire.
That's it. So yeah, super good meeting, nice and relaxing, but good fun and good competition. And thanks to Muzzy for running the show, because you know, he's there off his own back, doing a great job for all of us. You know, with no financial benefit to himself. So
no, it's good stuff. I'm glad to see that there's something meaningful as well for the 10th guys to get their teeth into as well with the Nationals cancelled early on this year. So. Which seems more weird when you think how many nationals we've done on our scale, whether it be buggy, e-buggy or truck. It's been relentless, isn't it? So
yeah, we've had a lot, and from what I understand, I'm not 100% sure on this, but the club gets a good chunk of the entry fee, if not all of it, to support the clubs. You know, in a year where we didn't actually have much temp scale racing on the go. So.
Yeah, a bit like the Nitro Cross, they're very good at that. I think very generous to what the clubs get. It's a series that works out really well for everybody. So
yeah,
good to hear. So moving on from those 2 races, which is, as I say, not this weekend but the one before, we then obviously had our latest round of the UK National Series at Brookfield this past weekend for the last 2 days, or it feels like 4 days for us. So we're getting everything ready and getting there. And before we get into our side of it, we should say congratulations to Johnny Skidmore for taking the win again. And as far as I can imagine, that must be the championship wrapped up for him. So congratulations on fulfilling what has been a lifelong dream, I'm sure, to do that. So yeah, big well done. Takes a big dedication to do these things, Leroy. As you and I both know, we've both been lucky enough to be there ourselves at various times. So yeah, congratulations to them.
Yeah. Boy drove awesome. You know, the pressure was on him to win national championship this weekend, and he not only did that, he won the race as well. So, yep, very, very, very well done.
And what a race it was too, to be fair. I mean, it was a game of many halves. We had a little bit of rain in there. The top, 4 or 5 of you broke away from the rest pretty quick. So it was good to see Bloomfield as well right up there. And I know at one point after the drizzle, it was Darren and yourself battling it out to take the lead, which was funny and ironic and all sorts of other things mixed in there as well. It was like rewinding to 2016 and 17 when Darren was with us and we were racing you at each national to try and win them. And it looked good at that point. I thought, blimey, Leroy's going to go on for a back-to-back here. As that drizzle started, your ever such well, your beautiful soft finger. Good Lord, that sounds bad, doesn't it? Was coming exactly that was coming to fruition once again as you were heading towards the front of the pack. And unfortunately, we had a servo fail, which put paid to that. No brakes whatsoever. I thought you'd gone a bit sketchy for a few laps. It's like, Jesus, Leroy's like driving my line, going through chicanes and all sorts of shit. But with no brakes, it's pretty hard to get around that track.
Yeah, it was weird because it was like at least a few laps after a pit stop. So I'm like, well, there's not fuel on the brakes because they wouldn't have weirdly stopped. But I still had perfect throttle.
Yeah.
And it just wouldn't stop. And I'm like, well, okay, I'll give it a couple of laps and see what I can just make sure something's not stuck or, a brake balls. I don't know, got stuck on something. Nothing for it to get stuck on. I was thinking through my head, like, what could this be? And it never cleared. And then when I brought it in, when you press the brake, you could hear the servo. I mean, the motor was going, but the gears were obviously stripped in one direction.
It was buzzing like hell when Leon held the back of the chassis up to me. It was making a lot of noise. That was tough luck, buddy. So unlucky, but fantastic again to be up the sharp end once again.
Yeah, man, it was good. And through qualifying, everything was solid. We were solid as a rock. We didn't have a run outside the top 5. It was all going well. I mean, it's a brand new servo on Friday, so you just can't plan for these things. And I think landing the big triple pretty hard just took its toll one too many times. I guess you can just get unlucky, and one of the hard hits can damage that servo. You're whacking down at such a rate.
Big jump, that back jump. Definitely dominated the track, didn't it? I think a little bit. Just one of those things. Obviously, everybody else's stuff kept going, so no fault of the tracks there. Just one of those things, like you say, a new one in on Friday, and sometimes that's how it works, isn't it? You can have a servo in, it does 2 years, and you take it out and it does 10 minutes. It's just one of those things with electricals. We also had Lewis doing very well as well. Great to see him back and looking strong. He came out punchy. He was TQ in practice of round 1, which is great to see. And then put in some fantastic performances too. I think he had a third in a round in one of the qualifiers as well, into the main. And once again, the curse of 2021 struck for Lewis. Lost a pressure line almost immediately, which had come off, I think, probably from a little bit of an overzealous tech inspection on the tank, I would imagine, if I was a betting man, having been around this sport for a while. Anyway, we had to do 45 minutes with no pressure line on the car, which miraculously somehow the motor kept going. But a bit like yourself, it cooked brakes early on. As you know, without the pressure line, they go very lean. They're trying to get the thing stopped. It obviously cooked the brakes as well. But I think he did awesome to make the best of that shitty situation, and he came home with a 10th. So congratulations to Lewis. Congratulations for being in there again. Just missed out with Kev not making it through, and also myself. I think we could have probably had 4 cars in there if we'd have driven better. But then I'm sure everyone else can say the same as well. So overall, I think it was a great national. Crowned a new champion, like we've said. So big congratulations again there. It was a good national for us, for our cars and everything else. It looked fantastic. Great national for the tyres. Obviously, Johnny used them to win. So again, 6 mixed, two nationals in a row now. So really good to see that. I think that's a first in the UK. I don't think before this year there's been a national one on a 6 mixed tyre. So clearly a brand that's going places. So, awesome to see that and be part of that journey with Seb. I know you work very closely with him on compounds and all those other good things that got people excited a few weeks ago. Really positive national. The juniors were flying again, and it was a great one. I've got to say, I think the track was exceptional. I think the track crew had done, which I think is mainly Chris Lovell. And I know sometimes Chris watches, so if you are, buddy, awesome job. I think that set the bar for a track that probably won't get beaten this year. I don't think we're going to be able to get ours prepped as well as you did with yours. It was just immaculate. It was like a bowling green in terms of the surface and stuff. And what a surface to race on as well. Super consistent. Loads of traction, so you could really get hold of the car and throw them around. Was super exciting to race on, Leroy, I thought. What did you think?
Yeah, man, it was good fun. It was punched. Like, you had to drive every lap like a qualifier, like an F1 qualifier lap. It was downhill. It was fast. There wasn't many parts of the track where you hovered between full throttle and not. You know, it was basically on or off, which it's definitely different, and it made it very fun. But yeah, loved it. I think the only thing is the big triple. I think it is a bit sketchy, but everything else is bloody awesome.
Yeah, agreed with that. I'd just make that just a little drop easier for people like myself that can't hit the line every single lap, and then you just have best track in the country. It's fantastic. Good job, mate. Well done.
Yes. Yep. Well done, mate. So yeah, that was that.
Yeah, that was the national. It's they've been coming thick and fast, haven't they? I think this is weekend 14 for us of a multi-day race on the on the bounce. So bit tired now. Great that we are doing all this racing, because obviously we had such little last year. So definitely not going to moan about it, but definitely leaving its mark as well on being tired and trying to do all of the mundane things Monday to Friday as well that we have to do with Nemo. It's tiring. We're nearly there. We've got to just keep pushing forward for a few more weekends.
Yeah, it's not like we've got loads of races at our track coming up.
Exactly. Yeah, and this morning I woke up, was like, my God, the list of stuff to do this week is large, and then next week is large, and then we're going to have a real big reset for the Nitro National that's coming up. So we'll talk about those in a moment. But yeah, we've got a few races heading our way now, Leroy. Starting this weekend with like we said earlier on, the next round of the e-buggy and truck nationals coming to us. First time we've had a national at Nemo, so I think that's a proud moment for us all. And we'll be doing our best to give the guys as good a track as we can, whilst trying to fit in everything else we're doing. I'm just throwing up a picture there. We've been hard at it today. Only just got back in really before this live to come and do this, but a full-on oil is underway now. We've done the roll-in section today, and now it's down to the sticky, horrible stuff and getting the oil on it to make it as good as we possibly can, and hopefully get it nicely dried out before we get into that weekend on this Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, we've been hard at it today. Lots of work to do. Leroy's up with us tomorrow as well, so there'll be another big chunk done tomorrow. It's going to be exciting.
It is. And I see Mr. Rumble got the old team email today, everyone's favourite thing, the team email. Just giving people a brief on what's coming and what tyres to use in dry and wet conditions. Obviously, one of the best things about us is the support we give, and everyone should take full advantage of this.
Hey, mate.
So yes. Yeah, man. So yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Get in if you're thinking about coming and doing the national. Get booked in. I think there's still spaces.
Yes. Get yourself booked in. We're all going to be there. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a good time. And camping is available, John, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
After this weekend, we've then got another weekend with ourselves.
We have.
What do we have? We've got our August GP, which is fast approaching. We need to start, getting everybody revved up for that one. We've got our Billy coming over from the USA for that as well, and the entries are nice and quickly for that. So we've got 3 days of fun. Get yourself booked in. It's going to be a great weekend. I know there's other races on as well, and we wish them every success too. And I'm sure they'll be spread. The entries will be spread across them. In fact, some of our team are going to do the Westmill GP, which is on the same weekend. With all of these other nationals that have come in, there literally has been no spare weekend. So unfortunately, I think 3 of us, or maybe even 4 of us, have got meetings on the same weekend. Brookthorpe have got the Nitro Cross as well, which I'm sure is going to be a great meeting too. But if you fancy coming to us, then August GP race, get yourself booked in. We've got the 3 classes running. We're going to do some silly races as well. There's going to be lots of tomfoolery, lots of laughing, and some great racing as well. Hopefully on a really well prepared track. So yeah, get booked in.
Get booked in. It's going to be awesome, and it's the last possible chance before the national we can go on the track, because as of the end of the A final on Monday,
that's it. Yeah, it's going to be shut from that until the like Leroy's just said, till the Nitro National. So that weekend will be the last weekend of use of the track before we go into the final round of the championship, which is going to be again something pretty cool to host. Looking forward to that. Never thought that we'd be doing nationals in our first full proper year, really, with the track. But unfortunately, with the slight changeover at Slough, it's meant that we get to have that opportunity. Hopefully, Slough comes back onto the calendar for next year, because that is the home of 8th scale in this country, so it needs to be on the national calendar. But yeah, in the meantime, we're going to do our best to represent for that final round.
Yes, we are indeed. We are indeed.
Busy. It's going to be busy. Let me throw that picture away and see if that. No, it's not restarted my stream. You and I are frozen on my stream, so hopefully that's not the case.
We're all good.
Good. Awesome. What else have we got? We haven't got so much this show. I don't think we've got some questions that I've got from the team. Anybody watching, if you've got some questions on, Leroy will do a review of those shortly. We'll also see if we can get Mr. Rumble online about now, as we're coming into question time. Yeah,
if we get him online, that'd be good, because I might need to make a quick Hazelwood exit to the toilet.
Really? I thought that's an age thing.
Yeah, or an injection thing. I'm not really sure.
Or an injection thing. It could be either, couldn't it? Well, I don't know excuse I can use. Just age. Oh, I'm back, not frozen. That's nice.
Oh, well done.
Good. Tenor pads. We should never underestimate the usefulness of tenor pads.
No. I mean, toddlers really have life down, in my opinion.
I don't know whether it's because they were yours or not, but I've really enjoyed these Desperados.
Cheers, Paul.
Yes, a slightly sweeter taste of Desperado that should have been Leroy's. It's all mine. Pepsi.
Back on the Coke. Pepsi.
I need to drink a lot, don't I? There's something wrong with me, really.
So I have a question for anyone on the side. I'm clawing at things to say now. Diet Coke or Coke Zero? Please answer. I might start a poll.
I think you should start a poll, but there is only one answer for that.
Yeah, well, let's not say what yours is yet.
Okay. Mr. Upside Down is about to join the show, and he's not upside down tonight, and he's still staying dench from a day of hard toil at the track. Mr. Rumble, good evening.
Oh, yeah. How are you doing?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is a robot.
Oh, 1 minute. Let me retry some. Oh, that's slightly worrying.
Shut grinder down. Shut grinder down. Out. Log out.
I thought it was some other website. What was it?
It could be a multitude. He's frozen. Let me hide him until he comes back and looks alive in the stream at the bottom. How is your stream going as well, by the way?
Mine is all good. All good.
No, I mean your stream for crowd.
Oh, yeah, close.
All right. Yes, you're managing to hold on to it. So you're better than me. I'd have done it by now if I'd have missed it 5 minutes.
26,995, John. 26,995.
Oh no, that's even worse. That's not a good one. It's giving me the option to show Rumble in the stream, but he's just a blank box. So I think he might be having some connection issues.
Has he still not got internet at his house?
I think he's still not got internet at his house. Yeah, I think it was because he claimed to me how amazing it was going to be with this gigabit connection that he subsequently is not able to get. And I think he's got like a 1 megabyte connection instead.
He's on dial-up.
He is on dial-up, exactly. Yeah.
It's funny because myself and Kev were talking at the weekend. We were talking about dial-up with Sam, and we played it through the loudspeaker, and Lewis had never heard it before.
Is that right? Oh, bless him. Yeah.
So awesome.
We might have.
It's funny because like Sam reminded me like when you were dialing up, and then all of a sudden your mum would pick up the phone. Hello.
Exactly. Get off the line.
Yeah. Damn woman.
I'm on. Testing 1 2
3.
How does that sound?
Wicked, because it means I can go to the toilet.
Yes, it sounds like we'll see in
slightly
a minute.
Less
yeah, slightly less ropey. Possibly not the best connection. Good Lord, what was that?
Sounds like taking the kitchen sink with him or something.
Yeah, or taking the shackles off. They were dropping on. Oh, dropping on floor. How are you anyway? I saw you a few hours ago, but are you okay still?
Yeah. Long time no see. Yeah, no, I'm marvelous. Still enjoying my Mark Rumble TP Link Wi-Fi.
Not good. Not good.
Fairly,
When's your gigabit arriving?
But 2029, I think. Or at least I've been here a while now, and it'll only be 3 weeks, of which I actually laughed when the engineer said that. I was like, okay, my 3 weeks. It's been the longest 3 weeks of
your life. I think our day's still been better than Teddy's, because Teddy had to go and have his nails cut today at the vets, which is not one of his favourite activities to have done. So he's wandering around looking pretty sorry for himself still. Get over it, boy.
Poor boy.
Yes, we should have bought nail polish from when we mark up the 6MX tyres. We should have bought that, and we could have given him some pink and indigo and purple nails. He could have looked quite nice cruising around with us.
He could have. He could have.
That animal?
Is that what? I don't.
Animal cruelty to paint the dog's nails. That's another good question from this for the side. Is that an acceptable thing to do? Make him into a metro.
It's a strange decision. Sure. It's not. I see it sometimes. I mean, I know it doesn't harm or anything, but it might harm their masculinity. But dogs that like poodles that then have like multicolored tails and stuff like that, I think that's fairly bizarre. That wouldn't be my choice. Well, poodle, but second of all, I also definitely wouldn't have a black and pink and orange, blue poodle.
I could see you with one of them. I think a multicolored poodle would suit your persona perfectly. In fact, I would sponsor it, and as long as he comes racing to all of the nationals and you parade him around the paddock, I think that would be awesome.
He'll have a beta pannier that goes either side of him with our starter box.
Exactly. He could have a little coat on, couldn't he? Little Nemo branded cap. Teddy, what are you doing, you weirdo? Anyway, so back to racing. Have you been watching? Have you been listening to our rubbish for the last?
I've been trying to watch.
It's time for it. We've covered the fact of getting yourselves booked in for the August GP, because that's going to be the last time on the track before Leroy's back. They definitely sound like shackles. He's gonna arrive. Watch.
It's got on.
He's coming.
I'm here. They those things that sound like shackles are actually the kids' medals from the Schumacher series.
Oh, show us. We want to see the medals. You're on the spot now. Teddy, stop it. Oh.
Oh, look at them.
Feels like a 90s children's show, this, with the jingles and the jangles coming.
These ones are more proud, shall we say.
You could, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Spencer's coming.
Oh.
They've been engraved, otherwise we could have rebranded them for our own race.
Oh, Christ.
Recycling at its best.
Get to
Sorry, I was away. I had to also put the dogs away as they were roaming around the living room.
Like rabid animals. You're still, on my stream, you're still just an empty chair, so I've just got to imagine you're there.
I wonder why, because I came back, I didn't say anything. He's going to come back.
Yes, it's like, oh, Leroy's not back. But he's back.
I could be robbing banks right now. I froze you. I'm going to be in your kitchen.
It's like Ocean's 13 or whatever it is. I'm just watching a rerun of it while it's actually all getting robbed.
Exactly. Very good film. Very good film.
Very good film. What question should we go with? Should we go from the side? Is there any questions on the side, or should we do? Let's do our messenger questions quickly. That's what we normally do.
Yeah.
So, first one, nice easy one to ease it in. This is an easy one. Does pineapple have a place on pizza?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
So
come on now.
It does. 2-1. Yeah, it does.
2-1.
No chance.
Yes. Yeah, it has a place.
I'll tell you why it does, because I'd rather be in Hawaii eating it.
Yes, exactly. So would I.
Yeah.
So would I. And if it's good enough for the Italians, it's good enough for me. And I first had it in Italy, so it definitely has a place on pizza. Next question. E-buggy shell
Mamma
on
mia.
the nitro. What's the best way to cut it out? Because obviously it doesn't have an engine and tank lines.
Oh, good
depending
question.
on who, depending on how or who you're doing.
From Craig David. The best way is just to bring it into us, and we'll have a template of one of our cars, and we'll just draw around it and make it happen for you.
Yeah. Or if you're doing it at home and you're spraying it yourself, I would actually just cut it out before you spray it, and then spray it up. But if you're getting your painter to do it, then you just have to hope for the best and just keep chopping out gently and hope you don't go too mad with it.
That's it. I mean,
Leroy,
if you start small,
you
start small and just make the hole bigger every time you use it, like a good night out in Nova Rossi GP.
Yes, can I say Southend? Here we come.
So to answer the poll question, Coke Zero was the winner.
I like our viewers.
So Coke Zero or Diet Coke?
Oh, Diet Coke. That is absolutely disgusting. You wouldn't catch me drinking it. Coke Zero.
Diet Coke is the best.
No way. He's got a broken mouth. What is wrong?
So 18 people voted and 66% went to zero. So well done, chaps. You win, but I'm still not agreeing with you.
And I think we've not got either at Nemo at the moment. We've only got. I know we did have Coke Zero actually. So, how is the commentary going to work for the weekend? How's the commentary going to work for the weekend?
There won't be any commentary this weekend. I don't believe.
I think by commentary, I think what is meant is information to the racers.
Well, if that's the case, then it's quite an easy explanation. Everybody, just for clarity of those that are booked in and racing with us, everyone will be pitting in the bottom end of the deeper into the field at the lower side. All of the cars, etc., will be at the top side of the field. We've formalised the turning circle down the bottom. John and I, and Paul Kelsall. Shout out to Paul for helping us, giving a very handy hand, as well as Mariano the horse. We formalised that area by putting some of the matting down, replacing that. So all the cars up the top, you can dump your stuff down the bottom, use the turning circle, park your car back up the top. Everyone down there, they will be contained in one area, and in that area you will receive all of the race information required.
It just makes it via Pigeon and a few other bits and pieces and speakers and a few things, but having everybody in one area makes it way easier for us to put those races on. Obviously, this race this weekend is actually put on by Chris Jeffries as well, but we'll be working closely with him to work around the slight limitations that we have in making sure that people 2 miles down the road don't hear what's going on. But I'm sure it's going to be absolutely fine. But like Mark said, we're going to need everybody pitting in our designated pitting area. So if you come in and we ask you to go down there, please just understand it so that we can actually run the event successfully for everybody and still have a minuscule amount of hair left at the end of it. Yeah, please. Thank you, everyone.
And we would love to do otherwise, but health and safety and just sort of some formalization of layouts, etc., has led to that. So your cooperation will be massively appreciated and required. To be fair, whether you want it or not, it's probably going to happen. There are obviously other solutions, of course.
There are.
So there are choices. So it'll be a really good weekend. One thing I'm also planning on doing is live streaming the race, like we do normally for our own races, sort of integrated with Live RC. But actually, obviously, it will be the normal BBK whichever normal live timing interface that's going on, but we will still have the live video stream up and running throughout the weekend, which should be nice for those that aren't able to reach us.
Yes, 100%.
At least that's the plan.
Nice question, this one. I like this one. Question for tonight. With the 2020 Run Rallycross Championship almost over, what's Nemo working on for next year? Any planned gamma improvements? Any planned big meetings at Nemo Raceway? Lee?
Well, improving all the time is something that I have always tried to do. So yes, we'll be working very, very hard through the winter to bring you small improvements and some large ones, hopefully. We're constantly developing stuff and trying to make the car easier to work on, faster to drive, easier to drive, all the different things. So yeah, for me, definitely we're still trying to push the boundaries.
Yes, 100%. I mean, that's obviously stuff goes on behind the scenes, as I'm sure everybody watching can appreciate, but we are actually really deep in a lot of stuff right now, which is exciting, along with this crazy race schedule that we've had going on, and then all of these races coming up at Nemo Raceway. But the three of us, and in fact other people as well, are absolutely flat out as we move ourselves forward and look forward to 2022 as exciting times coming up, I think. So that's on the gamma side of stuff.
You know what that is? You know what that is?
What's that?
Hardcore.
Hardcore. It is hardcore.
It is
hardcore. It's hardcore. It's hardcore. I like that. And very good, Leo.
It was actually just on from the gamma improvements as well, and then also just from the Nemo racing side of things as well. We're also constantly, we're constantly pushing in, obviously not just product development, but also in development in every area of the business in terms of worldwide distribution. All of our team support stuff, which I think is pretty, hopefully top tier. But we're always evolving with that to try and see what is the next thing that we can do sustainably, that actually works for our team and customers that we have worldwide. So there's loads of stuff in the works with all of that. Just keep on trying different things, see what works, see what doesn't work, and hopefully try and just separate ourselves from all of the others. So that's from a Nemo racing point of view, as well as obviously product improvements all over the shop.
Nemo Raceway, what events have we got coming up next year? A bit early for that one, I guess. But we're definitely going to have some big races next year. I know Leroy was working on something that would be very, 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 very big, but we can't say anything about that one, so we shan't. But yeah, there's going to be some good events, I think. Leroy, take it away.
And one that we are definitely putting in the calendar, and we'll probably do it this week, is the junior race that we promised. We
must do that. We must make that happen.
Yep,
it'll be cool.
So yeah, definitely we're doing the junior race. We're doing it. So we'll get the dates sorted so it's good for everyone, and hopefully, we'll have an awesome weekend. We will. So. Yeah,
there's going to be some cool shit next year, meeting wise. When it all comes around to getting out there in the wild. So yeah, watch this space for that. Last question I've got. We have covered it, I think, before, but we'll just quickly do it again because it was something we spoke about internally during the weekend at the National, which is the 2010 gears, diff gears, and what do they do for the car handling in a nice, concise manner. Mr. Rumble, I need to limit you to at least a maximum of 20 words on that one. But Leroy, you are the master, so tell us, what does the 2010 gears do for you in your car?
So 2010, from an engineering perspective, they create more hydrolocking of the oil. So the oil, when you use the throttle and it tries to dip itself out, it has less place where it can go before it gets trapped. What that does is it slightly locks the diff. It's a very effective way to create drive, basically. So they lock it more effectively than the 1018s. So what that does for you is when you come out the corner and you hit the throttle, it goes forward harder. When you're off the throttle in the corner, the diffs can the motion of them freeing off can feel a little bit more drastic. So they free off and then you can get a little bit more corner speed. But with that locking, they can cause them to be a little bit harder to drive if the track's kind of bumpy or difficult or very slippery, because you get more hydrolocking, so you get more acceleration. So if you don't have grip there, it can be more difficult to drive. The 1018s are completely the opposite. You know, they're a lot. The change between off and on throttle is not so severe. You'll get a little bit more diffing out action, which can tend to make the car feel easier to drive. It doesn't go forward as hard, so you know it's a bit more forgiving sometimes. So that's pretty much that in about 50 words.
Yeah, that's good. Basically, Don, for me, 1018s are what you'd have as your start for most tracks. They'll be a little bit easier to drive. And if you end up going somewhere where the traction is super high, so like, for example, with Leroy in the final, when the track was really gripped up, they will just be faster. You will have a quicker lap time with them. But they are traction dependent. You need the track to have some grip, or your tyre to be digging in nicely into the surface to make them feel good. And when they do, they're an absolute winner. So they're a great option. But I don't think they're like we said before, a fit and forget item. You will be swapping between the two depending on the track.
Yes,
they're not stock for a reason, but option for another reason.
They were stock.
Well done, Rumble, under 20.
Yes, in
Yeah,
the A8.
Definitely. A8, yeah.
They were.
Changed
They
to
were the stock. They were. Good. Well, that's my questions done. Leroy, what have we got on the side?
So I'm going to whiz through the few that we've got down here. Firstly, GW Racing. Yes, we have got a meeting this weekend. It is the E-Buggy Truggy National. It's open practice on the Saturday if you've pre-booked through the BRCA, and it'll be the race on the Sunday. Paul Williams. This is a good question. When setting up an e-buggy for a novice or junior, apart from slowing down the servo and limiting the power, what would you suggest could be done to make the car nice and forgiving to get around?
Good question for Leroy, that one.
Yeah, I mean, for me, generally, novices and juniors are going around the track a little bit slower. So have a nice soft spring on there. It can be a lot more forgiving as long as the grip's not too crazy high. Give them nice amounts of rear droop to save off the big jumps and bumps. Try not to use too much front droop, because when you have too much front droop, the power transition to the rear can be a little bit sketchy. Apart from that, make sure they're on a very forgiving tire. I think that's one of the major things. A nice big pin soft tire, because they're not going around the pace we are to fold these big pin tires over, so it'll be much easier for them to drive on the bigger pin tire.
Super soft free ride.
Sound advice.
Johnny Skidmore is online, so hey Johnny, and congrats. How's my Easter GP trophy coming along? And that is Rumble question.
Poorly. Well, yeah. Now Rumble is proficient on the machine. We've got some chance of getting it finally made.
So for the national, I would say you have a lovely trophy, and not just a national one. You have a lovely carbon 512.
Look at that. Pride of place, we hope. Pride of place. It's easy for me to say.
It's on the top of my list. Don't worry.
Michael Shorey has answered Graham Wright's question too. He said, get yourself booked in, Gray. Luke Bennett says they're going to be there at the weekend, which is awesome news. Bring the bud, Lukey boy. Homeboy RC says, what about an over 40s meeting? I mean, we could mix an oldies in with the juniors, but I would much prefer to see it a lot older than over 40, as we've spoke about before.
Yeah, but there'll only be like 5 people that race it.
Well, I fear that an over 40 one may be like a lot of people.
Well, it might. We should do an older race. I guess 40 is the barrier that somehow is set, but I don't know why. In most sports, isn't it? It seems to be over 40.
I mean, I'm 4 years away from that, and Neil Craig is a lot closer than me.
How old is Neil actually? That came up.
So Neil he'll be 38 now.
Wow, that's pretty mega, isn't it? I mean, because He has been evergreen, that man. Well, like yourself, it's a long time, it's a long career.
Yeah, Neil's a lot longer than mine because he started a lot earlier than myself, and he was good a lot younger than what I was. So yeah, he's the man. He's the man.
That's incredible.
So moving on from that, we'll think about that, Mr. Homeboy, and we'll work it out. Ash Patterson's online. Good to see you, Ash. Thought you had some stellar laps at the weekend. I don't know how your end result was, but I watched you in practice and thought you looked very fast. So well done. Question about camping for the Buggy Nationals. Will there be another field for camping?
Yes.
There we go. Quick answer, but more will be disclosed close to the time. Check your emails. And Homeboy RC said, Mark, how's my carbon plug coming along?
It's on the same list
currently
as Johnny's,
waiting on
on carbon.
You need a lot more material for the plug, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or it's material rich.
So that is that, guys. Is there anything else to discuss?
Oh, that's nice. I don't think so.
We've got busy few days ahead. Further work on the track happening all week. I'm feeling absolutely ruined after today, and I'm sure John is the same. I actually think my eyes look like they may actually possibly fall out my head, and I know for a fact I did a lot less than John did. So John must be feeling decently ruined. So
what I like is, I know you humour me. You humour me quite a lot, but when I watch you do DIY, it is Julian Clary doing DIY. And today I watched Julian Clary doing removing matting that's been intertwined with grass, and it was by and large very entertaining. And we probably should have videoed that because it would have been better than us dribbling on about a few races, because it was fun. It was amusing. Tiring.
I bet you had some spiky shoes.
You missed out, Leroy.
Oh,
I'll see it
tomorrow. Did, and he was using those. He was using those to good effect as he was trying to kick the matting in the most manly way possible to help Mary and I as we were pulling for all strength, like someone was attacking our granny, our favourite granny. We were pulling hard to stop that happening, whilst Mark was stood there being a foreman.
I attempted to make the matting my bitch. However, it was a distinct role reversal there as it bit me many times, along with just everything else. It was
But a good day. We got a lot done, and Leroy's up tomorrow with us. Well, actually not me. I can't do too much tomorrow. But yeah, it's going to be another good day tomorrow. We're going to be working as hard as we can to give everybody as good a track as we can for the National this weekend.
Yes,
yeah.
That's it.
So that's it.
That's the closeout. It's the
close down. I'm kind of happy it's been a shorter one because I'm starting to feel worse. So
yeah.
So guys, thank you very much. I'm going to quickly answer Andy B's question. It's probably going to be Magma unless the track gets a little bumpy, and then it will definitely be on a free ride, I would say.
Yeah, and we're trying really hard for it to not be bumpy. So
yes, I mean when I tested last week, for me a free ride was the nicest tire. So just out of interest, yeah.
Good.
There we go. So yes, nice. Thank you very much for watching. Again, congrats on the championship to Johnny, and we'll be back next year to fight for that. And thanks very much, guys. We had a wicked weekend. Let's have another good one this weekend and try and not have a servo failure, which would be awesome. Apart from that, wicked. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a good evening. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon. Go over to Nemo Facebook page and like it. Instagram, all that jazz. And there we go.
And we will see you over the weekend from the National.